With the Spirit Drum siege around the corner, I have decided to recap everything that has happened in the storyline for Fortnite Chapter 6, so without wasting any more time, let's dive in. After the comet crashed onto the Chapter 6 island, it awakened the dormant magic, which caused the demons to invade Oninoshima being the Chapter 6 island. Soon we meet two siblings, Kendo and Jade. Jade for some reason has a very sharp jawline, and we help them drive the demons away. Soon Jade goes missing and Kendo suspects that it's their older brother Daigo who's been into magic lately. You see, before the comet crashed onto the island, Daigo inherited a shop from his gramps known as the Thousand Faces. Well, fast forward to now, and he's been paying attention to how the magic works. Anyways, after snooping around his shop and seeing that he's been up to no good, we confront him about it, and that's when he spills the beans. It turns out Jade got cursed by the demons, so he gave her a mask thinking it would help her, but it kinda screwed her up. You see, the mask trapped her, but it prevented her from getting corrupted. Soon we tried to investigate the meteor only to find it gone. However, we managed to find the splinters of the meteor and use it to craft the splinter blades to temporarily free the Nairos. After giving her the splinter blades, Daigo does something crazy. He kidnaps the sprites and puts them in his basement. I got no words, honestly. After some investigation, we find out that the comet was actually a piece of the 0 point. Meanwhile, Daigo found a dormant portal on a mountain and has restored it with the use of kintsugi. Now, for those that don't know what kintsugi is, it's basically an ancient ritual, or no, not ritual, it's a process in which broken things can be repaired with the use of gold. After making a mask and opening the Spirit Drum portal with it, he tries to drag Jade out, but she's pulled back in and Shogun X comes out instead. Daigo does some magic to get him and Shogun X on even sizes, and then they fight. Daigo nearly lost, but Shogun X sold the fight by being too cocky and lost to Daigo. Daigo decides to then aura form before disappearing. As a result, the Kintsugi exploded, which, caused gold to be everywhere, which segues into season 2. Now, when the portal exploded, a wolf by the name of Fletcher Kane decides to harvest as much gold as he can, and he builds banks and taxes the living crap out of everyone. Regular people, being tired of his taxing, decides to form a band of outlaws and open up black markets. Our main cast of characters are trying to figure out how to get the shot from the dark presence. While that's happening, Midas comes down to the island to stop Kane. After some investigation, it turns out that Kane was working with Daigo. Daigo gave more gold, and in exchange, Kane got masks of power. Now, why did Daigo need more gold? Well, it's because he was trying to fix an ancient mask of power with the use of kintsugi. This ancient mask of power was known as the Sinister Mask. Soon, when Daigo opened the portal, he betrayed Kane and went into the Spirit Drum thinking he could beat the Dark Presence, only to be corrupted by him a moment later. Now you may be wondering, why didn't Jade get corrupted? Well, it's simple. She mogged the Dark Presence. It couldn't handle all of her aura. The Dark Presence couldn't take her moggy. He couldn't handle the amount of aura that Jade was giving off, so he let her go. In all seriousness, we never got an explanation. However, I theorized that Daigo was willing to cross lines just to accomplish his goals. I mean, he literally did some bad things just for the right reasons, like trapping the sprites in his basement. So he already had some antagonistic features in him, which made it easy to corrupt him. Also because the Dark Presence wanted him out of all the siblings, and it's also been confirmed. Yeah, I know it just said there was no confirmation, but I just found out. It's also been confirmed that the mask somewhat helped Jade not get corrupted. In Galactic battle, Hope and Jones infiltrated the Death Star and rifted Palpatine and blew up the Death Star. Yeah, no, moving on. In Super, aka Chapter 6, Season 3, after the Death Star exploded, it hit the Spirit Drum portal and gave some people superpowers. And you know what I just realized? If the Death Star never hit the portal, we would not get the supernovas and the Dark Presence would have won. I mean, think about it. Demon Daigo would have found another way to Oninoshima. He was already well on his way, so if anything, we should be thankful that Galactic battle happened. Hope and Jones start Supernova Academy with the funding of Midas. They hired the Nairos as an instructor and start training these heroes. All while that's happening, Demon Daigo locks in and starts corrupting the island with his Lieutenant Core. While all of that is happening, Kendo is in his depression arc. His brother is corrupted, he doesn't know what to do in his destiny, he's just sad overall. He and Jay do some investigating and find out that Daigo is corrupted, and with this knowledge, there was a chance to save him. Out of all the supernovas, Mist showed the most potential, so we help her get control of her powers. We later do some investigating with her and find out that the Academy's instructors were hiding something, and they were. They were working with Midas on the Vault. The Vault was, the Vault was basically where they planned to keep all the 0 point shards once they ever got their hands on it. Soon the demons and Daigo trash Supernova Academy, which causes Hope to quote-unquote crash out. Now the reason why I say that, it's just garbage on the floor, bro. Like, just ask Midas to hire a cleaning crew and There you go, just like that, back to normal. After Daigo quote-unquote raided the academy, he brought up some large spires on the island. Soon he summoned a tentacle monster from the spirit realm, and guess what it did? It smacked Daigo away. Now obviously this meant that the dark presence no longer needed Daigo, and you know what? I'm glad that this is what caused Daigo to be good again, not some power of friendship shenanigans. Anyways, after the supernovas defeat the tentacle, 3 more appear. Luckily, Superman came around and stopped the 3 tentacles. Well, sort of. You see, the tentacle that was lasered off bled, and the bugs on the island were drinking its blood. The blood mutated the bugs, causing them to overrun the island. OXR, also known as Onimorphic Domination Rangers, came along with the Power Rangers to help the main cast of characters with the infestation. The General Onyx Winter revealed that OXR has been around for generations and dealing with the swarm, which means that this isn't the first time that the bugs came to the island. Kendo decides to lock in on his destiny and turns into street rolling Kendo. Daigo reveals that the veil between Oninoshima and the spirit realm were thinning. We investigate where the bugs are coming from, and they were coming from this portal. After investigating it, it turns red. Soon we grab some samples from the queen's eggs, and turns out we can reverse engineer the eggs to not only weaken the swarm's access point, but also breach into the spirit realm. After some time, the bugs dipped and the island began its recovery. Now where did they go? It's simple, they retreated. According to Dr. Theodore Fliesby, aka this fly doctor found at Supernova Academy, they were winning. However, the only logical explanation to them retreating was that something bigger is coming. We then prepare to infiltrate the spirit realm. We first take the daggers from Daigo, and he states that how he thought he was the chosen one, only for him to realize that he's not. The Nairos then remembers the trauma she experienced from the spirit realm. We then come to Hope about her plan to infiltrate the spirit realm. She's got none. She's like, we can only hope. We are so cooked, I'm crying. We then investigate the portal one last time, only for the color to be reverted to how it originally was, and it has grown significantly larger since the last time we saw it. The Mystery Inc. has come onto the island to help Hope and Jones and the main cast of characters to figure out who the Dark Presence is. So yeah, that's pretty much the storyline of Fortnite Chapter 6. It has definitely taken a lot of unexpected but twisted turns. Anyways, without further ado, see y'all in the Simpsons season.